Hello, thank you for the opportunity for me to do a presentation about my family background. My name is Tiga Murtinekano and I was born in a village in Belagu Utara district, Banggai Kepulauan, called Bang Nemo. I have two older brothers. My mother is a teacher at the elementary school and my father works at field. When I was 7, my mother moved to another village in Belagu Selatan district to teach at the elementary there. I moved with my mother, but my brothers and my father still live in Bangunemo. My father had to stay to take care of the field because we are Bangais people, we are Banganese, so our source of livelihood is from field. My father came to Babang once a week to visit us. It's about 55 kilometers from Babang to Bangunemo. Talking about Babang, Babang is an inland village in Belagu Selatan that still has strong tribal feel. At the year when we moved there, my mother and me, uh, Babang still untouched by PLN and network. We even used rainwater as drinking water, but because there was no fresh water in that village. I lived in Babang for 8 years, then I went back to my hometown to Bangunimo to continue my study. It's been 13 years my mother has been an elementary teacher at Babang, and yes, the network, the PLN already exists now, and the fresh water has flowed there. And for 13 years, I learned about what dedication is from my mother. I learned about devotion by contributing to the progress of nation through education from my mother. She inspired me to eradicate the illiteracy in abandoned village. She inspired me to be a teacher just like her and make my life useful to others. While my father, even he only graduated from high school, but he really likes learning, he really likes reading. He is also the one who inspired me that even we don't get to college, we shouldn't stop learning. From my parents, I learned the importance of education. Just like Nelson Mandela says, education is a weapon which you can use to change the world. Okay, ma'am? Then I wrote my points here to guide me talk in 5 minutes. I want to raise a topic about Sea, a community, or I can say a tribe in my homeland, Beling Island. I was born and raised in Beling Island, and all inhabitants in Beling Island are Bangais people. So am I because my parents are Bangainese who were born and raised in that land. Sese is a tribe that inhabits inland and remote area of Pelagi Selatan district, which includes several villages, including Babang, the village that my mother moved to teach. I lived there for 8 years, and I lived in the midst of a community that seemed foreign for me because all my playmates in Babang spoke Banggai language in different accent and a lot of vocabularies that I didn't understand. It was my first time I felt so foreign in my own homeland, Ring Island. Because I grew up there, I grew up in uh, Babang. I follow their habits with my friends. We often went to the field, we often went to the wood to pick fruit or explore the hills to look for vegetables, swim the ocean, explore the caves around the village. to for sightseeing, truly like the children of the jungle. As I got older, I realized that CSS people have their own uniqueness and characteristic that is not same with Banganese from other parts of the island. They are the native speaker of Bangay that seem closed and difficult to be touched by outside civilization. Even though most of CSS people are already Christian, but they still hold their tradition. They still hold the animistic belief. Instead of pray to God, they prefer go to the shaman for asking help. They still have narrow-minded that life is just being born, just about being born, getting married, having children, opening field. That's all. For CSS people, education and school are too expensive. When you graduate from elementary or junior school, it's enough. So many of their children getting married at young age. I grew up in the midst of this tribe and witnessed that their mindset could not make a progress because they don't love education, and that's why it's hard for them to come out of backwardness. I feel first that now there is a part, yes, of my homeland that still considers education is not important. But even CSS people that open to advancement and education, they still the most special part of Bangay. They still the most special part of Paling Island. Sorry. They are the indigenous people who play an important role in preserving local language and indigenous culture of Bangay because CSS people use Bangay language as their mother tongue from children to adults. Anyways, CSS people still always considered strange because they're thick accent, just like us Banganese. We often bullied because of our accent, but I think that is the hallmark of our tribe. Okay, that is my short presentation about CSS people. I just hope going forward they will be more open-minded, especially to education, to bring a better life.